to Tag Tuesday, and I've got a lot of background noise going. Got the ceiling fan on, got the vent going, got the coffee maker going. It's like 6 a.m. here in Portland, Oregon, and it's 70 degrees. Global warming is real. I don't have air conditioning, and I just moved into a brand new apartment building. We don't have air conditioning up here in public buildings, and usually there's air conditioning downstairs in the lobby, but not up here on the third floor. This is the Hobby Tag, created by James Holder, and I was tagged by my friend Mark at Book Time with Elvis. So let's get on with the tag, shall we? Questions. Within your personal library, do you collect books? For example, specific authors, editions, publishers, genres, etc. I really don't. I have a saying that most of my books are in a box in Phoenix, and that's true. I've got like 100, more than 100 books down there. I used to have, decades ago, not like Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads, and not like Jason and Shannon Ireland, where they have real libraries, not like leaf by leaf. But my walls were covered with books when I was in grad school, and after that, I unfortunately lost a lot of books. But it's something I might get into later on. Prompt 2. What are your non-bookish hobbies? Now, I have quite a few. I've narrowed it down to 5. First, I like to play and listen to, but I like to play music, harmonica and guitar. I have a playlist on my covers. I'm like an intermediate harmonica player. I've only been playing for a few years. I used to be a really good guitar player until I broke my pinky, and that put an end to my lead guitar playing. But lately, I have a lot of harmonicas. I like the Rocket ones. They're a little bit wider, and they come in this cool little carrying case. This is a cheaper Horner brand called Big River. Comes in like it looks like a cube of butter. But this is a great beginner's harmonica. But I have a lot, and I have more that I won't bore you with. But this is a Special 20 with a plastic comb, compared to a oh, do I have a marine band handy? No, I don't. Well, here's a marine band, Horner marine band. It has a wooden comb. And I don't know if you can see, but the metal is kind of protruding a little bit. And if you play too long, your lips really take a beating. They kind of bleed. That's why they went to the plastic combs. Marine bands have been around since 1896. I also like meditation. I've been in and out of formal meditation since the 80s. And I have these are called malas. And you'll know I've meditated that day if you see me wearing a mala. I have several other malas. I'm going to answer, these are my 5 biggest hobbies: harp and guitar, meditation, drawing and painting, hiking, and the tarot. So let's go over here. These are my hiking boots. I won't be hiking this week because it's 100 and some degrees. This is a chart of the tarot, and I'm going to get back into tarot. I used to have a tarot channel on TarotTube, but I've let that lax, and I think they've dropped it off. Here is my painting station, my watercolor station. I'm getting ready to start I think I'll do a seascape. This is for techniques I'll use. I use spray bottles to create a sea. This is a failed painting that I use to when I'm spraying. These are cheap watercolors. I have cheap brushes. I need to get some good brushes. These are good tube paint. This is a spray bottle. This is for drawing, which I do up here too, but I generally do over here. See, I'm working on, here's my sketchbook. Not a whole lot in there, but I'd like to get into charcoal drawing where they, just scribble around. Let me show you this couple of my portfolios. I'll bring out some just off the cuff. This is a recent drawing, worm's eye view. I was into drawing eagles for a while. I'm going to show you some watercolors. Where are the watercolors? See, I'm out of watercolor paper, so I haven't been really watercoloring lately. Let's see, here's told you I was into eagles for a while. There's another eagle. And here's another latest drawing. Daytona beach pad. I was dreaming. Here is some tarot cards. I probably have 4 or 5 decks still. This is a poster of the Tree of Life, Kabbalah, with a Q instead of a K. I'm not into the Kabbalah. I'm more in the Jewish mysticism side. But the tarot cards line up on all these paths. It's uncanny. And it relates to the Hebrew alphabet exactly. Question 3. What hobbies have you fallen out of? And like I said, I haven't read tarot in a long time. Might get back into that. But as Mark mentioned, he collects coins and stamps. Now, I have a huge coin collection in Phoenix, in a safe in Phoenix, not in a box. But my father started me out with coin collecting when I was born with a mint set from 1963. And he continued to buy those for myself and my brother every year. And we have those blue books with all like the pennies and the nickels, or dimes. I don't think we collected quarters except for in mint. But I have a very large coin collection, and I'll probably get back to that in my dotage, in my old age. It's a fun hobby. 4, do you regret dropping those hobbies? Yes, I do, because I used to go to coin collecting shops and trade, and it's really fun, and it's quite lucrative. 5, what hobbies do you wish you had? Well, like I mentioned, I'd like to get into charcoal drawing, but that's not a new one. I'd like to learn a foreign language if that could classify as a hobby. But what other hobbies would I like to get into? I'd like to get into hiking even more. I'd like to see Mount Rainier this year. Maybe I will. So, short and sweet. These are some different malas. Let's see, real ones. Where they're like rosaries. So they're They're like rosaries. You can count mantras on them. This hair dryer is to dry out the watercolor. But, who do I tag? I'd like to tag, let's see, Shannon at Shannon's Bookish Musings and Music. I'd like to tag Elizabeth at Bog Queens and Books. Sorry, I mispronounced that. I know Bog Queens is books in French. I haven't heard from Cristina at Knitting Books, etc. I'd like to tag MJ at Reading This Life. Haven't heard from Nicci at Dark Between Pages. I bet she has some hobbies. And if you're mentioned in this tag, I tag you too.